Sorry, give me a sec.
It's okay. So while waiting, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining the sixth day of our college fair. So for tonight, we have Kenneth and Zorian here with us who will be representing the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, or HKUC. And if you guys would have any questions as we go along, you can chat them in the chat box, or if you cannot see the everyone option, you can directly send them to me and I will read out your question for everyone to hear. We will get into them later on during the Q&A portion. So yes, that's it. Kenneth and Zorian, you guys can begin.
Okay, hello everybody, and thank you, Erica, for the introduction. And this is Zorian and Kenneth. We are from the Undergraduate Recruitment and Admissions Office of the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. So it's a pleasure to be here to meeting all of you. And we will hope that in the coming 20 to 25 minutes, we'll give you a brief introduction of HKUST in general and the application admissions process and requirements and the fees and everything, which are the essential information you need to know if you're interested to apply. And then after that, we'll have the Q&A. I'm sure you may or may not have questions, but try to think of some because we need you to 11, that's what I heard. So let's keep ourselves all entertained and have a good time. Okay, let me just start. So am I showing the PowerPoint all right? Okay, I hope it's showing. Okay, now I'm showing the background or my virtual background. That's the HKUST campus, and actually, many students choose to come to HKUC simply because we have the most beautiful campus in the whole world, some of them say. If you have already been to Hong Kong and if you've even been to HKUST, I'm pretty sure you will agree with us. And many students just say that the beautiful campus is the reason they choose to come. And I'm pretty sure you agree with it. So the first row of buildings are student residential halls, and they are facing the ocean. We save the best location for student residential halls, so every morning when they push open the window, they will have the spectacular sea view in front of them. We try to provide the best environment for students, so this is what it's reflected now. We are always building something new. So we have new student residence hall. We have this shore auditorium, which is being constructed right now, and it will be open in November this year. So if you join us next year, you will be able to enjoy the facility. And it's supposed to provide a place for students to have concert hall, for theater, for performances and lectures. So always expecting something new here on campus. Now, some crucial factors that you need to know when you're choosing a university. While ranking shouldn't be the only criteria, I'm sure it's a very important one. So let us tell you the rankings. HKUST is very strong academically and it's reflected in the rankings, global rankings. Right now, we are number 3 young university in the whole world. For the past decade, we've been in the top 5, we've been number 1. So we've been there always as one of the most top young universities. So by young, it means all the universities in the whole world with less than 50 years of history. And we are a very young university. We are only celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. By 30, that means we're really comparatively much younger than those with a history of close to 1,000 years old, or many universities with hundreds of years of history. But with a short span of time, we have achieved a lot. So academically, again, very strong. That's reflected in rankings. According to the QS, we're now number 34th in the whole world. And we have been in the top 40 for the past decade. So again, we are one of the best universities in the whole world. Just do your research and you will know. But then that's not the ranking that we're most proud of. You see the 26 in the middle there. It's the graduate employability ranking, and it's talking about the students. So academics is the university, but graduates are our students. This is a ranking done by a Europe agency. Every year they will interview alumni. They will interview recruiters, headhunters from over 20 countries and about 2,000 to 3,000 headhunters, recruiters of them, and they ask them a simple question: graduates from which university they will consider more employable, and they come up with this ranking. Our graduates are considered one of the most employable in the whole world because they are always hardworking. They're famous for being always striving for the best. So that's our reputation there. So what have we done, and how did it happen here? I would say it's because of people. We do have a very strong faculty here. They all graduated from the top university in the whole world, and they all have PhDs. So that means we are a research university, and our PhD faculties would do research. And one of the reasons making HKUST is so high up in the rankings there, we're just showing this one of the 4 of the most prestigious faculties here now. So there are 690 of them. Just like I said, 100 of them have PhD and from the world's top young university. And students learn from the best minds here as well. So great minds think alike. We are pioneering in many different aspects. For example, in program provisions, we have been a number of Asia's first or even the world's very first. Take an example. Nowadays, you will go online and watch some educational clips, and that's very common. But back in a decade ago, the world's first massive online open courses in Asia by Coursera and edX partnered with HKUST. And we are the first one in Asia to provide that. So pioneering in Asia. And we are, as a research university, the very first in Asia to provide undergraduate research opportunities program. So this program, we are providing our undergraduate students to partner or to join the research teams of our faculty starting from year 1. If you are really interested in academic scientific research, you can join the Euro program and just join one of the research projects led by our faculties. Even for example, if you're a business student, but you're interested in a scientific research project led by a science faculty, you can just apply. Maybe after the interview or after discussion with the faculty, he or she will let you in. So it's very flexible, and we do provide abundant such opportunities for our students. Every year, over 300 Europe projects available for our students to choose from. And we're the first one in Asia to provide an individualized interdisciplinary major. Basically, it allows students to design their own major. So you're thinking when you research for a university, you will search for the rankings, you will search for the programs, you will like to know, oh, I'm interested in this and that. Does this university provide this and that program? What about creating your own? We are allowing our students to create their own and design their own project or take their own program here through the individualized interdisciplinary program. Just like the boy on this PowerPoint here, his name is Thomas, and he graduated 2 years ago from a bachelor degree in bionics designed by himself. If you are really interested and would like to take on the challenge of designing your own major, you will have all the support of our faculties. So just be bold and be creative here. And of course, nowadays, many universities are providing interdisciplinary, cross-disciplinary, or joint school programs. But again, we are pioneering in this aspect as well. Now, probably a quarter of our programs are cross-disciplinary joint school programs. So always pioneering program provisions. Now you see at the bottom there, world's very first joint university program. We are the first one in the world to partner with 2 other universities to provide a triple degree joint university program. It's called the World Bachelor of Business. And we partner with University of Berkeley and University of Southern California. So this is a very creative and very pioneering forward-looking program there. If you do 4 years program, you will have 3 degree certificates issued by 3 different universities. You will, in the first 3 years, spend a year each in each of the university, and the final year, year 4, you can choose one of the university to do your final year. So very interesting there. And the needs of the future, we do see it happening now. The cross-disciplinary majors, like I mentioned, a quarter of our undergraduate programs are cross-disciplinary ones. And we didn't stop there. We see the trend in AI. It's becoming very, very important now. So since last year, we started to provide what we call an extended major framework. And the first of these is a Science A plus an extended major in artificial intelligence and an engineering with extended major in artificial intelligence. These are two application choices. For Science A, it will be math and physics. For engineering, it basically includes all the engineering programs. If you're interested in math and physics or any engineering programs, and you're also interested in artificial intelligence, these are your options and you can find it in your application choices. What's next? Sustainability, it's the talk of the day, and we are making HKUC Campus a living lab for our students to explore, to create, and to be innovative. We do have what we call the Internet of Tree Things that we try to protect our trees from harm. We have our digital twin of our UST campus. We have a blockchain technology for student certification. You name it, and you can find it here. It's a living lab for our students just to experiment. So our students make the most of all the opportunities we provide, including the campus facility there. And internationalization is very important. We try to help our students to become a global citizen. And our student community is very international. You can see it here. Our students are coming from 80 different countries, nationalities. And for the non-Hong Kong student here, you will find 1/5 of them are Korea, from India. Of course, we do have Filipino students and from other parts of Asia, from Europe. And if you like to network with students from Europe or North America, of course, you will have the chance. And we do have a very comprehensive exchange program as well. Every year, over 1,000 of students from 200 different partners in the whole world will exchange to HKUST, and our student will exchange to their university there. While it's been affected by the pandemic, but the partnership is still there. So when exchange resume, you will have the chance to go on overseas exchange. And the exchange student population are making HKUST campus very international as well. So now, supportive network. If you're thinking about graduation, what about internship, career development? No worry about it. We mentioned about the 26th ranking there, the graduate employability. We are in 26th of the whole world. 85% of our students will have internship experience before graduation, and 98% of them will have their grad job on hand 6 months after graduation. So pretty much all employed, no worries about not finding a job graduating from HKUST. And we do have a very strong alumni network and our partnership with corporate sponsors. So you will have a lot of opportunities to intern at local or even overseas corporations to build up your resume there. So what about entrepreneurship? There are many opportunities as well. We have been hosting the $1 million entrepreneurship competition for the, I think it's the 8th or 9th time this year now. So even if you're a student, you have some creative idea for entrepreneurship, you can just submit your proposal. Chances are, if you win, you will have startup money or seed money for your dreams to come true. And a lot of competitions, opportunities, and we do host that every now and then regularly. So there are boundless opportunities, service learning, research, exchange, internship, academic flexibility, or in all, we try to provide a lot of opportunities for our students to explore their true passion. And when you find your true passion, all you need is to strive for what you can achieve. See, university education should help you thrive in the future, and that's what we do. So that's about HKUST. Now let me quickly go through the requirements part. So admission information here. We are a research university. We only have 4 schools, like science, engineering, business and management, humanities and social science, and of course the interdisciplinary programs office, which provide joint school program, interdisciplinary programs. Now we provide 51 major programs and 24 minors, but we don't have architecture, we don't have medicine, we don't have law or major in psychology. We don't have that, but we do have minor in psychology. We are a science and engineering, business, humanities, social science, and interdisciplinary schools. We do partner with other universities, other than on the right-hand side, the world's very first joint university triple degree program, which I mentioned earlier. We also partner University of Waseda in Japan, of course. And if you're interested in their global China studies or the quantitative social analysis program provided by the Humanities and Social Science School, you will have the option of doing a 3+2 pathway. The first 3 years you will spend at our Humanities Social Science School doing the major step, and the following 2 years you will go to Waseda and pursue either a political science, economics, or global political economics for 2 years. So when you graduate, you will have 2 degrees issued by 2 different universities. Now, the application choices, it may seem a little bit complicated, but it's actually very straightforward here. We have what we call the school-based application choices and the program-based application choices. So we have 4 schools and the interdisciplinary program office. If you're interested in a broad area, say science or engineering, but you can't make up your mind if there's a particular major you're interested in, you can apply for the school-based application choice. For example, for science school, there's science A, that's group A, that will include math and physics. And there is a science B that will include biology and chemistry. And of course, for Science A, you will also have the option to do a Science A plus extended major in AI. So it's similar with the engineering school. If you are interested in any of the engineering programs provided by the engineering school, you don't apply to the specific program, but you apply for the engineering school. And they have the option of engineering plus AI as well. Or if you're generally interested in business, finance, or management, you can apply for the business and management option there. It's all school-based. You don't have a fixed major. But we do have a number of program-based options. That's what application choice that you can directly apply to. For example, there are the business administration's programs. They are all directly applied. You can directly apply. And the interdisciplinary programs, you can directly apply. So some examples here. Sophia is interested in business and management, but he cannot really decide which one suits her the best. So he chooses business and management, which is a school-based option. Ted, on the other hand, is determined to be an accountant. So he chooses BBA in professional accounting, which is a program-based option. Now, for year 1, both of them were admitted to the school, the business and management school, and they will be doing foundation courses in year 1. And before year 2, they will join the major selection exercise. And during the exercise, Sophia can choose from all the programs from the business and management school. She turned on, she's interested in professional accounting, just like Ted. And through this, she will be doing professional accounting anyway. And Ted, after the first year, is still determined to do professional accounting. So after 4 years, they will both graduate from the professional accounting and get a BBA there. Now, another example, Sophia and Theo are interested in different engineering programs. So, but then for engineering school, there's only school-based option that will be engineering or engineering plus AI. So after the first year doing the foundation, Stella finds herself interested in data science and technology, and Theo find himself interested in civil engineering. So after 4 years, they will graduate from 2 different programs offered by the same school. So that's what we call the school-based and the program-based application choices. Now, what about application? So the timeline is like this. We will start receiving application from September onwards, and there's an early bird deadline in November. And from mid-December onwards, we will start issuing offers for the early bird applicants. And main round will close in mid-January. And from then on, we will start to issue offers for the main round applicants. The application procedure is pretty straightforward. You just go to our online portal, choose your major, fill in the application, and nominate a referee. It can be the principal or your school counselor to write you a recommendation letter and upload all the required documents, and then click the submit button and pay the application fee, which is 450 Hong Kong dollars, and update your examination results when it's ready. Many students would not have their final examination result during the application period. It doesn't matter. Make sure you submit and just submit the application and upload the examination results when they are ready. Now, the requirement. We have three parts. General admission requirement, specific requirement, and overall assessment there. We do accept a wide range of qualifications. You can use American pattern, British pattern, Canadian, or IB. Unfortunately, currently, we do not accept the Philippines national examination. It's not an accepted qualification currently. So some reference score if you're using these qualifications. For IBDP and for 2020 entry, the reference score or the mid-50 score range is 36 to 40. And for SAT reasoning, it's 1400 to 1500. For GCA level, it's 3A to 3A star. So student with less score or lower grades got admitted. And of course, there are students with better grades and higher scores got admitted as well. We do use English as a teaching medium, so there's an English language or English proficiency requirement, but we do accept wide range of qualification there. You can use TOEFL or IELTS or IB or SAT, ACT, or British pattern English to fulfill that. You can check it, all the accepted qualifications online. Make sure you check the school or program specific requirement before you apply, because for some of the programs, they do have subject requirement on the examination you're taking. For example, for engineering here, math is required, and you must have one of the yellow dots here as well. So math plus one of the yellow dots. And for science, depends on which group you're trying to apply. If you're trying to apply for Science A, which is math and physics, of course, you're expected to have math or physics in your exam subjects. Okay, so make sure you check all the requirements there. Except the 6 programs listed here, the other programs do not require interview. So I repeat, except the 6 programs listed here, all the other programs do not require interview. So only selected applicants will be invited for interviews only, except the 6 programs listed here. So if you don't have an interview, if you're not applying for 6 programs here, no worries. Chances are you will be admitted anyway, because many students got admitted without an interview, except the 6 programs there. Now, fees and scholarships, we always say HKUST or Hong Kong University are really truly value for money. We're charging for non-Hong Kong students 140,000 Hong Kong dollars a year. That's roughly 18,000 US a year. If you do your math, you will know that that's roughly half of those as compared to UK, USA, or Australia. Consider the ranking, the high ranking HKUST is now, we are 34th in the whole world, but we are charging half of that as compared to those universities in the other more popular destinations. We're saying truly value for money. And we do have academic scholarships. Mind, you don't have to apply for academic scholarships. Everybody will be considered automatically. And you will know your scholarship offer when you receive your admission offer. So you can consider whether accept the HKUST admission offer in reference to the scholarship offer there. We do have a number of standard schemes. For example, for IB, there's the standard scheme there. If you score 40 or above, you will receive some kind of scholarship. And we have the GCA level score standard scheme as well. So if you score 3 A-star or above, there will be some kind of scholarship. If you ever join any of the Olympiad competitions in physics, chemistry, biology, math, or informatics, and won a medal, please let us know. There's a standard scholarship scheme for winners or medalists as well. And starting from coming intake, that's 2022 intake, we have established what we call the Beyond Academic Admissions Scholarship. If you excel in non-academic areas like sports and games, music and performing arts, innovation, science and technology, or community service, you can let us know, but make sure you apply. This one really needs application there. So check out our website and apply if you excel in these areas. Now, we are on all social media platforms. Just search us and find HKUST admissions. We're on Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, IG, pretty much everywhere, and YouTube there. So stay tuned with us or our e-brochures. And if you're interested to receiving admissions update from us, you can scan this QR code and fill in the form, and we will be sending you regular updates. So this is HKUST.